Hello, Susan.
Hi. Oh, I'm just so pleased to be here. I've been just worrying so much about what's happening with Maggie, and I thought it's really time to come up. And I've heard a lot about you, and I'm really looking forward to something happening because, things just aren't working. I'm really concerned about what's happening. I mean, look at her here, looking away. She's just, I'm really wanting something positive to happen.
Okay, what's the worry?
Oh, look, there are just so many worries. She's just actually not really functioning. She, some of the time she doesn't even go to school, then I think she's gone to school and I found out she hasn't, and the school doesn't even let me know. Half the time, you would think that she's only 15, I think she's at school, they're taking care of her, they don't even let me know that she's not
Susan,
there.
could you just pause for a second? I know clearly there's heaps of things you need me to know, but I don't know if Maggie just got her hands over her ears. Is that something that happens at home?
Oh, look, I think I need to tell you so you actually can get some understanding of what's happening. Hands over her ears is nothing.
Okay, all right.
Hands over her ears is nothing.
Okay. What I'm going to do, just to begin with, okay, I really need to hear what you have to say. But before we get onto the detail, I just would like to get to know the two of you a little bit.
I hope you're not going to let her control this interview. Because it's a really common thing that happens. She just puts her hand over her ears, and so what happens?
Okay, so if that happens, if you notice that I'm somehow being led along the way, I'd like you to let me know. Could you do that? Just stop me and say, I think it's, that you're being led along Maggie's way.
Well, I guess I already think you are, we're kind of sitting here, anyway, if you want to talk to Maggie, you just talk to her, that's fine.
No, it's not, I want to talk to the two of you. I just want to get to know you better.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Okay.
Okay. But clearly there's a lot of upset and a lot of things that have happened that you want to talk to me about. Okay. So, tell me, Susan, you're clearly worried about Maggie, and how long's that worry been there? For a long time?
Yes, for a long time.
Okay. So Maggie's 15 now. When did the worry begin?
Well, I don't know what to say because it's, I guess she was actually, when she was born, she was never a good sleeper. She would, it took me probably, she was always waking during the night, even during the day, she would sleep, but you had to kind of keep rocking her or moving her or...
So Susan, there were worries right from the word, from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Maggie, can you... Okay. Alright, so your mum's got lots of worries about you, and those worries have been going on for a long time. Is that how you understand it?
I'll answer her.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm okay. It's all right. We're just getting to know each other a little bit. So those worries have been. You're not quite sure how long those worries have been. Okay. Do you have any of these worries about your mum or about your life or the things that are going on for you in your life? No. You're not sure.
This is just rude. This is rude. That's how she is. She's often really just rude like this. You're making an effort to talk to her and she can't even put the effort in to be civil. And that's often what she's like.
Okay. I'm feeling okay right this minute. I'm pleased, the fact that you're trying to make this better for me, I really appreciate. But it's okay at the moment. We'll just keep going so I can just try and get to know you a little bit. Is that okay?
Good luck.
Thank you. So Maggie, what school do you go to?
Collins College.
Okay. And the school going okay for you? Sort of, and so good. Okay, so has school ever gone okay for you?
She won't think so.
What do you think? So what are the ambitions you have at school? I mean, some people have ambitions to sort of just get through. Some people have ambitions to do well in English. Some people have ambitions to leave. Which is the ambition you have?
She's never actually done any good at school. She doesn't actually try.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't actually pay attention. She half the time doesn't take her books to school. Told you.
So school's been an area of difficulty for a long time. Is it right, Megan?
Yes, it should be.
Okay. So for you though, it started at 13.
Well, I've been going. I'll go.
So going for you has been a marker that things are okay. Is that right? That's told you things are all right.
Yeah.
So over all the years you've been at school, because you've been there for quite a while, 10 years maybe even, has there been anything you've enjoyed?
Seeing friends.
Okay. So friends are important to you?
Yeah. She doesn't like my friends.
You know the friends that you have now, when you were 13, did you have to change friends, or did the friends follow you from school to school?
I had to change friends.
Was it easy or hard to do, changing friends?
Oh, it was quite easy.
Okay. So you can make friends in an easy sort of way?
I think so. Well, it depends what your standards are and what you call a friend and who you call worth having as a friend.
So from your point of view, Susan, there's some worries about the friendships.
Oh, they're not really friends, they're just kind of users and drifters. Just because she comes from a good home, and she'll have good things that she can use and the other kids want to take advantage. That's not true.
So is that a worry you have for her? Is it he, she is?
You be worried?
No,
You're just
I'm
a
just
snob.
asking whether this
You're
is a
just
worry.
a
This is a
snob.
worry for
You're
you.
a snob.
That you notice this and you're worried for your daughter around this?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so she does, but from her point of view, she thinks they are true friends. But there's a difference here in your viewpoint. So is that right?
Yes.
So what do you do when there's that sort of difference between the two of you? She feels these are true friends, you feel these people are using. What do you do with that difference?
Well, I try and tell her, but she doesn't listen to anyone.
So when you're trying to tell her, Susan, do you think she hears that as helpful, or do you think she hears that as worry, or does she hear it as criticism, or how do you think she hears it?
Well, I don't know, but it certainly doesn't help. Nothing helps.
So can I just ask you, Maggie, when your mum is trying to clarify this difference between you and speak about the worry she has, that she thinks these friends might be using you, when she tries to speak about this, what do you find that useful or helpful, or do you feel it's criticism, or? Is there any time between the two of you that the sort of talks between the two of you, do you feel those talks are useful?
No.
Has there ever been a time in your life where the two of you have had useful sort of talks? Do you think, what do you think, Susan? Has there ever been a time where the two of you have had useful sort of talks?
I'm not quite sure what you mean by useful, but sometimes we can, if I'm kind of doing what she wants and maybe, taking her shopping or, taking her somewhere where she wants to go, we can talk and that's all right.
Okay. No, I suppose I was thinking about the sort of talks that where you've got a worry of some sort, or you wanted to talk with her about what's happening at school or what's happening in your life, and those talks are sort of useful.
No, they're not useful. She doesn't tell me anything, she doesn't listen. Doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't make any difference.
So from as long as you can remember, you've never had those sorts of talks with her that have felt useful.
I don't know about them either.
Well, that's why I'm just curious, has there ever been a time where it's felt?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say never. I don't know. 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 was, you know, I mean, she wanted to do a stall for the fair, and I was actually, I remember I told her how to make, you know, coconut ice and fudge, and, you know, and you made it actually, and it did well, and it sold.
So it was a wee while ago, was it?
Yeah, so, you know, she did listen, and she did what I said, and, you know, it was good.
Okay. Can you just tell me, just because I just met the two of you, who else is in the family? There's you, Susan, there's Maggie. Who else is in the family?
Well, there's her father, Robert.
And is he still in the family, or is he? Okay.
You know, yeah. And there's her younger sister, Catherine.
So what would Robert say if he was here today about any worries or concerns?
You know she hates me.
Pardon me?
You know she hates me.
So that's what it feels like to you?
Yes.
And what's your explanation for that?
She always hates me. She thinks Catherine's the better kid.
Do you think there's a bit of a comparison between you and Catherine?
Oh yeah.
So if your dad was here, Robert was here, would he agree with this, or would he have a different view to this? Maybe? What do you think? Is it hard?
He tells her to shut up. She's always picking on me.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
So do you feel there's a sort of a sides in the family?
I feel Dad's much better.
Well, it's all good for him. He's never actually there.
So if he was here, he would
He doesn't pick tongue and stuff.
he would take up a side. Is that right? Is that? That's what you think. If he was here, he'd take up a side. It would be your side.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that how you understand it, Susan? That there's sort of sides in the family?
Well, actually, the children are really my department, and I don't think Robert actually thinks about what it's like to parent Maggie.
Okay. So in that place of perhaps not knowing about what it's like for you, does he take up a side?
Sometimes, I mean, most times he's just not involved, but sometimes, sometimes he does.
Okay.
I think he just wants peace. He just doesn't understand it. With a child like Maggie, it's very hard to have peace in a household.
So parenting is from when I think about when you're talking about you and Robert, the job of parenting is dominantly your job. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. But that when he's involved sometimes, and both of you agree that he can take up a side, and it's Amelie's side.
Well, that does happen, but it's not always that. I mean, he certainly gets very frustrated with her too.
Do you think, like, if these conversations we're having, if they were going to be useful to you, how would you hope the relationship between you and Maggie would be?
Well, I'd like to have a normal mother-daughter relationship with Maggie.
And how would that be?
Well, I mean, it might be, girls don't like to tell their mothers everything, but, I think we could, we could talk and laugh about the things she's doing, and, I'm really interested in clothes and in, cooking, and a lot of things that she could be interested in. She might not do what I say all the time, obviously, but, it might be that we could, say what the limits are without having World War III every time, or, behaving like in a tantrum.
So when the desire for this is the desire for these conversations to have a normal mother-daughter relationship, and that would have some talk in it and some after it, and some of the things you'd like to share, which are, you know, clothes, cooking, those sorts of things.
Yes.
What do you think, Maggie, if you had, if this conversation was useful to you, what do you think? How would you, what changes would make it?
Don't know.
When your mum mentions this, you know, that she wants a sort of a normal mother-daughter relationship, and she mentions sharing some interests like clothes and cooking. Are these interests that you're interested in?
No.
So what are the interests you have? If you were going to share some interests with your mum, what would be the interests that you would have?
Oh, I like rap music. Gangster style. Skateboard.
It's not a very natural, is it? Natural girl, is it?
Basketball. She don't like any of that stuff. He does all the other stuff with Catherine.
So if your mum suddenly became really interested in rap music, maybe, what would you do? I'm not saying she will, but if she suddenly became really interested in rap music, would you be?
Well, I wouldn't have to turn it down.
Ah,
She'd ask me about what he was singing.
you'd have conversations about it.
Yeah. You know, and she'd ask me about like where the song come from and that sort of stuff.
Okay.
All our ears would be damaged.
But apart from the loudness of the music, what you seem to be telling me, Maggie, is that you would welcome some interest in this.
But yeah,
Yeah.
clothes and cooking. Clothes and cooking. She don't like my clothes. She don't like anything about me. I told you she hates me.
It's not true.
So there's a bit of a dilemma here, Susan, isn't it? Because the interests that you have, you know, the interests that you want to share, you want a mother-daughter relationship, and you're saying that I'd like to share interests, but the interests that you're nominating are different from the interests that Maggie has.
I think she just deliberately does that. She used to be interested in clothes and cooking.
When I was 4.
If you thought that this was a true interest rather than a deliberate pushback or a deliberate reaction against you, if you thought these things that Maggie's mentioned are true interests, what difference would that make?
I guess I'd feel pretty sad.
What's the sadness?
Well, that I have a daughter who's a big gangster skateboarder.
And a rapper.
So this is not the picture you had or the image you had of what a daughter should be.
Well, what is there for a girl who's a gangster rapper skateboarder?
So you're worried about where this might lead.
I can't see it leading anywhere.
I'm really good at skateboarding.
What happens, you know, skateboarders get a lot of broken bones in their feet.
Do you think it's possible to have interests that lead to interests rather than lead to a career or is it? Do you think? I mean, when you were 15, did you have interests that simply led to an interest rather than they became part of a career? Or?
I should probably study by that time. Wouldn't have any friends.
I had very nice friends. Some of them I still have. Very good friends.
certain things? Or
Well, yes, yes, I suppose so. And I mean, I was interested in music and I was interested in the things my friends were interested in. But if she's interested in skateboarding, rap and gangster, who's it likely to be friends with?
this is a worry around where will this lead?
Well, it is a worry when we will this lead. Yes, it is a worry when we will this lead.
It's been so judgmental.
Would you like
judging my friends?
would you like your mum to understand some of these interests a little bit more?
Yeah. I'm not even allowed my friends around.
If we put your friends to one side for a second, how would you introduce your mum to some of these interests? If she said, because what she's saying is, one of her aims would be is that she wants a normal mother-daughter relationship, which includes having some interests to talk about and enjoy. And there's a difference between the interests you both have. And if she was willing to get to know some of those interests you mentioned, would you be willing to talk with her about that?
It's probably one of us now.
So it's a fear. The worry that you've got is that even if you talk to her, the listening would be.
Yeah.
We might have to talk about, out of all of those interests that you mentioned to me, which ones would be the easiest ones to begin. We've got rap music, gangster style, skateboarding and basketball. Which one would be the
I rap music because then she could help me write some lyrics.
it'd be a good beginning place?
Yeah, that's
Now remember, this is somebody that knows nothing about rap music and perhaps even finds it quite hard to listen to.
so easy.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't mind if it was just we didn't have the music, but we said to do the lyrics.
It's not the same if you don't have the beats.
Do you think you could, because it sounds like because including myself and these older people have sensitive hearing, and I certainly do, do you think in terms of the beats to introduce your mum to this interest, it would be to keep the beat at a level that doesn't become painful?
I suppose.
I'd certainly need that.
She won't do it though.
But it sounds like you're a bit interested in doing it.
Yeah. And she might get what I like instead of trying to make me cook stupid things. Stupid things.
Not everyone gets to eat.
Well, that's your job.
Well, who do you think's going to cook for you when you're 35?
Is this a common conversation?
I like here.
A conversation the two of you have?
Well, she won't cook.
Maggie, we're talking about, sharing this interest with your mum and you're interested in that. If your mum and your mum shown some willingness to do this, if your mum does show some interest in this and does this, are you also willing to show a little bit of an interest in one of the things that she's interested in?
Depending.
But so she mentioned, talking and laughing about cooking.
I could go clothes shopping. But for what I wanted.
Okay.
Well, actually, how much of that can afford?
Go to the skateboard shop.
Now that sounds like more of the interest that you have than the interest your mum has. Do you think it's possible? I know this is a really it's a big ask here, but if your mum, I think it's a big ask in a way for your mum to build the relationship by showing this interest in rap music, which she isn't that interested in, but is interested in making a connection with you. Do you think it's possible for you to show a little bit of interest in one recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
See?
What do you mean, see?
Do you think she doesn't believe you when she says really?
Mm.
Oh, I think she's shocked.
I'm very shocked. I'm very surprised.
Don't believe anything I say.
Yeah, okay, that's all right. So
I
if you,
said yeah.
okay,
I just don't believe anything I
Okay.
say.
so she's surprised, but it doesn't mean to say there's a lack of belief. Do you believe in this?
If I'm really honest, I'm not sure.
Okay. So maybe we need to do a little bit more talk about what recipe it is, and because it could be very simple, time limited recipe. So just as I said, maybe the rap music needs to be tuned down, maybe the recipe needs to be quite particular.
I don't want to make any of that gluten-free rubbish.
You know you're getting without gluten. It's one of the reasons why you're so bad tempered all the time. Now, I've just got a question here.
Sure.
So, are we going to be, me listening to this rap music turned down, Maggie looking at a recipe, and then am I supposed to be ignoring all the neither coming when she's supposed to, not going to school, rude behaviour to family?
Well, in doing this is not, as you pointed out quite rightly, Susan, this is not an answer to all of these concerns, not at all. I was just, this is more a response to what you were saying you were hoping for from this process, which is a normal mother-daughter relationship and some of the things that went with that. But clearly there are some other concerns that we have too. I'm really thinking, orientating this conversation to how can we begin to start building the sort of mother-daughter relationship that you're wanting. And it seems to me that Maggie, you're interested in that too, but you have some doubts about it because you feel that Mum is perhaps not so interested in it, because every time she does something you say to me, see, I told you, she's not interested. So there's a lot of there's a lot of hurt here, perhaps both of you feel.
Well, I think Maggie's behaviour makes it impossible to have, a normal mother-daughter relationship.
It feels like this has been happening for some time.
Oh, okay.
We've been telling me about. What would it be like? This is a wee bit, this is a bit out of it, I'm just pulling this, maybe totally irrelevant to you, Susan, but I'm just wondering what it would be like if, you could, with Maggie, experiment with some of the things we've talked about today in terms of having a mother-daughter relationship. If some of the parenting tasks were taken over by Robert while you did that, what would that be like?
That's hard to imagine.
That'll take me to the skateboard shop.
Well, I can probably buy you 2 new skateboards, and then how will we pay for them?
I'm more interested in your dad perhaps doing some of the things that your mum's been doing. I might need to talk with him about that. I think I will need to talk with him about that. To just give the two of you a chance to share some interests, or see if there's any interests there that build a mother-daughter relationship. What do you think about that, Susan? It sounds like you've been carrying the brunt of this for some time, or you feel that you have been.
Well, I can see that what you're saying has some value to it. But, I'm not quite sure how we get Robert to come. He's very busy.
Well, one of the ways I'm thinking of is that, I'd like to ring him directly, or write to him directly and invite him to come. Because I think this is clearly very important for you as a family. The reason I'm wanting to invite him is I think the whole family needs to be working together on this rather than one person or 2 people working on this.
I guess I was actually really, what I'm hoping for is for Susan's behaviour to be improved. I guess that's what I'm really wanting.
For Maggie's behaviour to improve.
Sorry, Maggie's behaviour to be improved.
Yes, yeah, your behaviour is improved.
Sometimes I get very tired and it's hard to think so. And you'd be tired too if you were in that position. You know, it just feels like it's all the rest of the family. I don't know, maybe Rob would take time off work, but it's all everybody else, It's
What about your pet? Would she come too?
I mean, your sister,
Yeah.
would you be interested in her coming?
Yeah. That would be good. A little princess. She doesn't do anything right.
Oh, I mean, she has some wrong sometimes.
I'm suggesting this not because I want to attribute responsibility or blame, but actually more so that everybody's working in the same direction and no one feels burdened with all doing all the work or feeling focused on that everybody's working together to solve this problem. Because there's clearly, you talked about a problem.
I guess one of the things I'd really like is some medication or some therapy for Maggie, to move things forward for her. That's what I really want.
I'm not having any medication.
Well, can I just say that,
Oh,
that any of those things are optional, that they're available. But before we make, it's a very, as you know, a very serious decision to make around medication. Before we make that decision, I'm interested in being able to see the whole family so that we can look at how we can work together around this.
That's a good idea.
The reason, I don't know if you, Susan, it feels like you have felt and you have expressed that there's been a burden that you've carried for many years around parenting and that you've struggled in this area. But what it is that you want is a normal mother-daughter relationship. It's been a real struggle to have that. And there are some things, because it's been going on now for a long time, you said right back to the beginning, it's not going to be overturned in 5 minutes or shifted in 5 minutes. And to support any of the shifts that may even the small steps we might make together, I think it's important that we have the whole family working together on this, rather than you carrying the burden with this.
I think it's good idea.
And I think it's really interesting that Maggie at 15 is saying, she's willing to come to another meeting. Because many young people aren't willing to come to an individual meeting or a meeting with 2 people or a whole family.
As long as Dad's here.
Well, I suppose I have to.
So there's clearly some reluctance there.
Well, it just feels like all our family's life has been everything is upset and overturned for Maggie. And Mrs. Narula would be, she's saying, oh yes, that'd be nice. Pull Catherine out of school, pull Robert out of work. It's all about Maggie again.
Do you think there's a lot of happiness in this for Maggie, this situation?
Why doesn't she just pull her behaviour up?
No, I'm just asking you, do you think there's a lot of happiness in that situation?
Well, I think she's going to win. No, she's saying she wants him to come. She's going to win.
Do you
She'll get a win.
Have you ever found, so far in all this time, that that these wins create happiness.
No, he never seems to be very happy.
Okay. So whatever is happening is not creating happiness, and it's clearly not creating happiness for you. And so what we're doing is trying to create an environment where perhaps there may be more happiness for the family rather than winners and losers for the family.
Well, it would certainly be an improvement if we had more happiness in the family.
And maybe something like that. So maybe that's the agreement. That's where we come to. I'm not saying that this is simple, and nor am I attributing blame to anybody. I'm saying, look, there is a concern and problem for the family. People have limited, there's a lot of distress, there's limited happiness. Both of you agree you'd like more happiness and more connection. It's just finding a way to get there. That's what we're trying to do. So if we meet again, all we're doing is meeting again, perhaps one time, and seeing where we get to. And it might be that you think this is useful, or it might be you think, oh, we need to change direction here. And I'm really happy to hear that. So perhaps we'll just finish here for a moment. Okay. Let's just finish.
You guys feeling okay?
It was, I don't know where that will go. How are you doing?
It was a pretty powerful experience, actually, being poor old Jilly Susan.
Yes.
Oh, maybe I wanted to cry, actually.
It's interesting you didn't choose to stop it. I was thinking about that, stop the speaking about Maggie like that.
Oh, in most instances, I mean, I would, if I couldn't have limited it, and I did, then I may have stopped.